Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Solana. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, I'm going to try doing some news related stuff in these update videos rather than doing TA only. So we're going to do some news at the beginning of the video and some TA at the end of the video. This was suggested by Evan, a nice guy, a follower of mine, and we did talk a bit in the Telegram chat. Yeah, it's great. He's a great guy. Shout out to Evan, and make sure to check out the Telegram chat. A lot of great investors in there, and a lot of great advice is being given out in the chat because a lot of smart people are luckily and fortunately for all of us are in the chat. So make sure to check it out. All right, so Solana is announcing the Solana Creator Fund, onboarding the next 1,000 creators and their fans into crypto. Public blockchains like Solana have given rise to a decentralized financial system that is more transparent, efficient, innovative, and accessible to anyone in the world. But it's not just about finance. Crypto networks are now providing infrastructure for creators and artists of all kinds to connect directly with their fans and sidestep extractive networks, management firms, and centralized social media platforms. The Solana Foundation has joined forces with the Audius and the Metaplex Foundation to launch a $5 million fund to bring the next wave of creators and fans onto crypto networks. So this is really cool. By the way, Solana has launched a headquarters in Ukraine, which is incredible because I am from Ukraine for anyone who didn't know that already. And this is great news for Ukraine, obviously. And this is a great thing that they're doing. So if any of you are interested in this, then you can participate in this. You can apply over here. So the Creator Fund is focusing on builders, musicians, and other artists who are experimenting with the ecosystem projects like Audius, Metaplex, and other decentralized platforms built on top of Solana. The fund seeks to help creators pioneer new works in frontier categories like music streaming, NFTs, and the metaverse, create new fan experiences using permissionless software, and for innovation around creator first business models. So you can read all of this on their website. I'm going to leave the link in the description. But this is great news. I really enjoy Solana. Unfortunately, I'm not involved with the project at the minute, but I will be when I have some spare fiat, guys. But yeah, this is great. Now let's jump into the charts. So we are on the weekly chart right now. You can see that the last time we were recording a video, we were below the 20 EMA. And I did say that you want to get above the 20 EMA to be bullish, to be back in that uptrend. And you know, we are, and this is looking great. I do want to check out the monthly chart, by the way, because we don't even have the 20 EMA on the monthly chart, so that is okay. And we are above the 20 EMA. If we take a look at the indicators, we're starting to make higher highs on the RSI, starting a recovery. So perhaps this will be that reversal wave that we're all waiting for. If we take a look at the stochastic RSI, we're pretty much in the floor. We're pretty much in the bottom over here, and the only way from here is towards the upside. So, you know, we are waiting for that 115 price for Solana because we have been using the fib retracements to give us that target. Over here, as you can see, the second fib level, $116 pretty much. So yeah, keep that in mind, and let's just take a quick look on the MACD, see what's happening. Wow, we're really zoomed in on the MACD over here. Okay, so yeah, we haven't even dipped below the histogram, so we're gonna make a bullish cross hopefully over here very soon in the next maybe week or so, and that will confirm the uptrend, and that will the MACD pretty much is a confirmation indicator. It's a lagging indicator. So first the price movement does something, then the MACD follows. So yeah, it's looking like we're curling up for that bullish cross, just starting to straighten out with the EMA, and you know, it looks like we're going to be having that bullish cross very soon. Obviously, we're not out of the woods with Bitcoin completely yet. Right now, it seems like we're dipping down a bit. Hopefully, we find or we land on a nice support level, that would be great. But yeah, if we draw the fib retracements, as you can see, from this bottom over here at $1 all the way to the top over here at $58.40, you can see that we have dipped. We haven't even closed below the 0.382 on the fib, which is very good. So this will be a nice support level going forward. And we are above the 20 MA, we are above the 0.5, but as you can see, we're struggling to get above the 0.618. The 0.618 is the golden ratio. This is essentially the most important fib level of all, because if we end up breaking it, testing it as support, then the skies are clear for new all-time highs. This is the most important fib level out of all of them. So we need to break it, because as you can see, we're just wicking above it. We can't get a full closure of a candle above this level and then opening a new candle over there above the 0.618. The 0.618 at the minute sits at $36.51. So look for that. That is a major indicator that we're really bullish on Solana. But like I have been saying, Solana is a very strong asset, and it has performed really well in this dip. So yeah, if Bitcoin ends up coming back down to the high 20Ks, you can see this buy zone over here that I have for you in between $25.92 all the way down to $19.35. I highly doubt that we're coming back down to $19.35, even if Bitcoin comes back to the low 30Ks. But, just keep this demand zone in mind, have it on your chart, have some buy orders just in case. You never know what can happen. But if we open up this time chart, so opening up the time chart, you can see that we have made a lower low on the price action, and we have made a higher low on the RSI. And this is a bullish divergence. As you can see, we did pick up from there, and we had this nice price surge. And this is a bullish divergence. And basically, you can see that the price made a lower low. As you can see, I'm just gonna explain it to you. Maybe you haven't heard of something like this before. So you made a lower low, you went lower, that's called a lower low. And here on the RSI, you made a higher low. So you have this low over here, and the next low is higher than the previous one. So the RSI doesn't correspond with the price action, thus giving us this bullish indicator. If it was the opposite way, that we made a higher high on the chart, on the price action, and a lower low on the RSI, that would be a signal that we're coming back down and we're having a bit of a correction, or a downtrend is coming perhaps. So keep that in mind. That is something that you may potentially use in the future, but it is really important in TA. And as you can see, we had this price surge, and yeah, if only I had seen this when I was recording this video. But that this did happen like a couple of hours ago. As you can see, this happened 4 hours ago. So I didn't catch that, but yeah, that's it for the weekly chart. And for the time chart, let's jump into the daily chart. So we're going to close this fib right now. We don't need it. Just keep an eye on the 0.5 and the 0.618. The 0.5 would be a nice level to drop back down to. As you can see, that is $29. And that would be still perfectly healthy, because that would mean that it went up, got rejected from resistance, came back down, found support, and then come back up. And that's when we break it, retest it as support, and the skies are clear for new all-time highs. So keep that in mind. And yeah, that's going to be it for the fib retracement. The 0.5 is at $29.76. Keep that price in mind. You would need that for a buy order potentially. So yeah, always have buy orders, guys. That is very important, because anything can happen while you're asleep. Usually everything happens when I'm asleep, and that is so annoying. But jumping into the daily chart, you can see that we are a bit overextended over here from the EMA, and perhaps we want to come back down and retest it as support. If that doesn't happen, and we can potentially bounce off this trend line where the 55 EMA is on the daily chart, and that would be a beautiful place to buy some Solana. That would be $31.60. So keep that in mind, because if I do zoom out, you can see that we have this trend line that we have been adhering to. We just have been testing it as resistance. We couldn't break through it. We broke through it finally, and now we need to retest it back as support. And this is when we potentially can do it. We bounce off this resistance line as support now, and we bounce off the 55, and that would be great. That would be a nice place to bounce off of and then start coming back up and going for that 0.618 on the Fib retracement. So keep that in mind. And obviously, we're dropping right now, and we do have some nice support levels. $32.71 is a nice support level that we have over here. $31.63 is another support. That's basically where the 55 EMA is. Failing that, we're coming back down to the 20 EMA, coming below this resistance once again. And the 20 EMA is sitting at $30.28. So yeah, but I don't know if we're gonna come back that low to 20 EMA. But we're gonna see. Hopefully Bitcoin doesn't crash anytime soon, and hopefully we can just continue with this bull run. And yeah, but just be prepared for anything, guys. We still do have our target at $52.48 out of that head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders pattern on the 12-hour chart. So yeah, this video has been going on for quite too long. I don't want to drag it for too long, but as you can see on the RSI, we're making this recovery to the downside because we started going up quite parabolically on Solana, and now we're correcting back down. So this is healthy. This is a healthy retracement. You don't want to get too overextended. And plus on the stock RSI, we have topped out. So potentially we're coming back down, and this is an indicator of that. And on the MACD, we have created a bullish cross on July 23rd, and we're starting to get a bit overextended. The signal line is far away from the moving average line, which is the yellow line. And, this is always an indicator of a correction or a retracement, if you will. So if I do indeed pull up a Fib retracement just from this level over here to the top of this impulsive wave that we have, okay, just like that, you can see that the 0.618 sits perfectly at this resistance line and where the 55 EMA is. That is $31. Actually, let me just try to get that right. I don't think I got it right. Yep. There we go. Yep. So the 0.618 is just below the 55 EMA, $31.26. So perhaps that would be a nice place to buy some more Solana, because this is the golden ratio. This is usually where the price comes back after an impulsive wave to the upside or to the downside. Doesn't matter. This is the price that we're gonna get sooner or later, and I think we're gonna have to come back down here to confirm that we are bullish, test it as support, and then keep on moving up. That is another nice buy order for you there, guys. And obviously, we're closing in on that bullish cross on the daily chart. As you can see, we want the 20 EMA to cross above the 55 EMA, which is the red line. The yellow line is the 20 EMA. And let's just check some other EMAs that we have over here. I do sometimes use the 100 EMA. Potentially, that would be a price that you would like to buy some Solana off of, and that is $31.05. But keep in mind, these EMAs are constantly moving with the price, so you have to add them to your chart so you can keep track of them basically all the time. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, lastly, let's jump into the 4-hourly chart, and this is where things get a bit bearish because we do find ourselves in this sort of rising wedge. Let's just get rid of the fib for now. We don't need it. Yep, so you can see on the 4-hourly chart, we have tested the 4-hourly 20 EMA as support, which is great. We wicked off the EMA. It's great, but we got a bit overextended and we may lose it as support and come back to this trend line. As you can see, this trend line is playing a major role. And if we can hold it as support, that's golden. Basically, that's great. We have created a bullish cross with the 55 EMA and the 200 EMA. That is great as well. And the target out of this rising wedge is where the wedge was formed. And this would be right here at $27.14. So don't count this area out. $27.14 would be a very good level to buy. but that would mean that we have come back down to this pattern, and we're going to keep testing this line as resistance once again. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we don't dip that low on Solana, but that is the target out of this rising wedge. Just keep that in mind, guys. And obviously the 55 EMA on the 4-hourly chart is below this resistance line, so you might just wick down to the 55 EMA and then start moving back up. But yeah, on the RSI, we're starting to come back down. As you can see, we have been adhering to, we do have this trend line over here. We're testing it as support. If we break down, then we're going to have to test it as resistance. So potentially, yeah, we're going to lose it right now. And yeah, it's looking like we're coming back down. We're almost to the bottom. We're almost at the bottom on the 4-hourly stochastic RSI. And yeah, let's just see if we can hold key levels of support, guys. Solana is very bullish, but unfortunately, we do find ourselves in this rising wedge. But hopefully, we can just come back down, hold this resistance line as support, and yeah, continue with the bull market, guys. That's pretty much it for this video. We still do have our $52 target. That is hopefully going to come very soon. Hopefully, by by next week, we'll be here if Bitcoin continues with this bullishness. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think of Solana. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good